All right, Bobby, you're our intro guy.
Today is a special day, and today is a podcast where we talk about that special day. I'm Bobby Parker.
And I'm Joey Nickel.
Welcome to Today Is.
Welcome to Today Is. I think I'm a little loud. I think we're a little loud.
Okay.
Turn this down just a little bit. I think we're going to go on 5.
Go
Seemed like
5.
it was maxing out a little bit, so I turned us down.
It was at 11. And now we are still adjusting it. We're about 5.5.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great day. We have entered July.
It's the hot part of the year.
It's a hot part. Well, it's the hot part of. There's a lot of hot part of the year. The hot part of the year is very long.
We do live in Florida, so yes, it does get hot often, quickly.
I feel like July and August together.
Yeah, August
doesn't really let
pretty,
up until. I mean, it really, July is when it starts, and then it really doesn't let up until
right around mid-June is when I annually question why I live in Florida.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it really, really gets going in July. It really. I mean, June's bad, but July.
So I first moved to Florida right out of college.
Yeah.
And I moved down to St. Augustine, Florida, and I had rented like a small apartment in the historical district, like one of those big old houses that was cut up into like apartments.
In St. Augustine?
In St. Augustine. And I had a window air conditioning unit. And I'm like, that'll be fine because I went to college. I didn't have air conditioning in college.
But you went to college in
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And so I'm like, like this is going to be more than enough, and it's fine. And it was one of the hottest summers.
It was probably not more than enough.
It was not. I had a job working at the outlet mall. I helped manage a store there. You know, it was my first job, basically just to get down to Florida to kind of see if I liked it. I slept in the in the inventory area and the storage room of that store probably a month out of the summer.
Yeah,
because it was so much better.
Right. Because they had central AC.
Oh yes, it was. I slept amongst vacuum cleaners.
Since you brought it up,
yeah,
our air conditioning is broken in our house, and it broke over the weekend, and we are working on getting a person out there to fix it. Right now, we have a window unit in our bedroom.
Okay,
which is not too bad. We have a ceiling fan, a window unit, and I've got a fan on my bedside table pointed at my face.
Right.
And the window unit is doing its job over there in the bedroom. That's not too bad. The living room area, we have put one of those big portable, one of those big ones on wheels that has a tube that goes to the window. We've done that.
Okay.
And it is doing its best. It is really doing its best, but it is really, I mean, it's still 80 degrees.
Yeah.
It's still or close to it. At night, it's okay. At night, it gets down to 75. It's okay. But, the living room AC it's really working hard. And the kids, we've got fans, pushing the cold air into their bedroom just with the door open until we get this resolved. We were hoping that it was just because there's no leaks or clogs that we can tell. I mean, there could be a leak that's just we're not seeing out external signs of it, but there's and it's because it happened suddenly. We were hoping that maybe the what is it? Okay, we've got the
drain line.
Well, we've got the we've got a compressor and a condenser and a transponder, maybe. I don't know. Whatever it is, there's this part that controls the electrical part of the compressor.
The capacitor.
The capacitor. Hey, how do you know that?
I've had to had those replaced.
So I was hoping that's all we needed to do was replace the capacitor. And I know a little bit about AC units because I used to work for a security company that sold thermostats.
Okay.
So I know just enough. I've done everything I know now.
Right.
I've done everything I know to check, and was hoping it was the now I just forgot
The
what you
capacitor.
said. The capacitor. I was trying let's see, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was the flux capacitor, and we bought a new capacitor because those are $30 or whatever. They're not expensive. We got it at Home Depot.
Right.
And I replaced it, and it did not help. So now we've got to get a AC guy to come out and take care of this. And now tomorrow we're going to be out of town, so that's good. Tomorrow we're at a hotel, so that'll
Okay.
be good.
Yeah.
And if it gets real bad, we can move in with the in-laws. They have an extra couple bedrooms in the back of their house. But that's what we're dealing with now. We're dealing with 100 degrees outside, trying to work with our hot house.
Yeah, that is rough. Our air conditioner started making some sounds the other day, and I had to blow out the drainage. And
you got to do that every now and then.
Yeah,
You got to do that like once a year or so.
Like we had been in the cycle of pouring some vinegar down it every month or so. My wife does that because they're like, hey, this is good maintenance, and it's still got gunky and clogged. So I had to buy the air compressor thing and shoot air through it, and then I bought like more industrial strength stuff to pour out, and I let that sit, and I shot stuff out, and then I went out and it worked. There was a lot of gunk that was built up that it has. It looks like my air conditioner got sick in the backyard, but that's what I wanted it to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did that, and it was not a lot of gunk came out.
Okay.
And usually when it gets clogged like that, usually there's some signs, external signs, like first of all, you get like a weird noise or something,
Right.
or it'll freeze on the inside.
Yep.
You'll get like the ice on it because it's not pushing air through properly. Didn't get any of those signs. Just stopped cooling our house. Yeah. So now we got to deal with that.
That's the worst sign.
Yeah, right. That's the worst sign because you don't know what it is, and now we gotta get a guy to come out. Anyway, that was our segment on air conditioning units. All right. So that was our funky segment on the heat of the summer.
So I just have to ask. Did those come pre-programmed, or did you intentionally?
Those came
put
with
that in
it.
there?
Yeah, those came with it. Yeah.
I'm kind of thankful because had you made the conscious decision to preload some of these things in, I'd have to question that. But now I also have to question the device. Like,
yeah, why? Why did they come with those?
Yeah, is there really that much of a demand?
Yeah, for a little funk right in the middle of the podcast.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know why. Apparently, this is called a PodTrack P4. That's the name of this thing. They are not a sponsor, but it works. I think it's been working great for us.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm thinking about buying one myself.
Yeah.
Because there are a couple things that I kind of want to record and do. No offense, but by myself.
Yeah.
And I think that would make a couple of the things that I want to do, including my son, he wants to do auditions and stuff like that. I might make recording him a little bit easier if he submits instead of actually going in to do it in person, which I don't think is as good of an idea. But I think you should always audition in person if you can. But
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's very small. This is the bag I bring now. I just bring this little tote bag, and then the whole setup is in there. Headphones, cords, microphones, everything. The microphone stands fit in there too, even though we don't need them for here. But if I need to take those on the road, we can. The entire setup fits in that bag, which is great because before I had to bring that big case.
Yes.
It was quite large, and
the case is kind of cool, but
the case is cool, but and I have a smaller case that I thought about using.
Right.
But it's just easy to have a bag. It's lighter to have a bag, and I'll tell you the big improvement too was buying these shorter cords.
Oh yeah.
So I don't have to bring a big spool of cords every time, a spool of 20-foot cords.
Yeah.
Every time we set up for the podcast.
This is gonna make doing the pod elsewhere, and I'm really hip because I've said doing the pod.
The pod, yeah. Which I would like. We like to go to the Comedy Zone and do it there every so often, which is which this week I wanted to do it. We're recording a little earlier than we usually do because I'm going out of town, like I said, for the weekend pretty much, and then once we hit the weekend, it's holiday weekend.
Yeah,
which we're going to talk about in a minute. We're not going to say which holiday it is. It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be Christmas for all you know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, you have no idea what holiday we're going to be talking about at the beginning of the July. They may have moved Christmas for all you know.
Hey, I've heard of Christmas in July.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's a Hallmark thing.
Yeah, it's a Hallmark thing. Did you do any shows this week since we last talked?
Since we last talked, I have done zero
we last
shows.
Talked like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I've done 0 shows, but I've spent an exorbitant amount of time preparing for a different one.
Ticket links are live, right?
Ticket links
Go
are
buy
live.
a ticket now. Has anybody bought any tickets?
There have been several tickets purchased, but they've all been in our group because we were beta testing.
They've all been test tickets.
Yeah, test tickets. But
tickets are live. I will put the link to the tickets in the episode description.
Yes, please do.
We should make a website. I'll do that. I'll make a website.
The ticket link is a website.
I know, but we should make a website that's like joeybobbyWest.com or something like that.
Okay.
For people to go to if we want to just shout it out.
Yeah, that would make it easier because it's not a difficult website to get to, but it feels like people are going to have a problem with it.
I want to make well, that's why I did comedysuperfriends.com is mainly there to direct people to buy tickets. Like that's what I use it for right now. And like I put that instead of a QR code, I put that on every physical flyer that I have. And then I don't have to make a different, flyer for the physical ones. And then people can just go to the website, and then the very first thing at the top is a link to the tickets.
Right.
And it's not that hard to come up with. Well, I say that I don't know how to do it. My son does.
Okay.
Well,
I can,
he does it for me.
I can say that people can buy tickets from BobbyParkerComedy.com.
You have them up there.
I
okay.
do have a link on there.
You know what? Yeah, duh. I'll put it on my website too.
Yeah.
You can go to joeynickel.com and buy tickets right now. You can go to joeynickel.com and buy tickets. I'll put a link. I'll put it at the top of joeynickel.com. You can click on that link. I have my own website. I don't know what I'm thinking.
I mean, you can build a website just for the three of us for this one night, but we do have our own.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is also on hahawestjohnson.com.
So please come to the show. We need to sell. We're looking. I feel like it would be phenomenal if we could sell about 150 tickets total. 75 a night, I think would be great.
75 a show because it's
a show. Yeah, sorry. 75 a show. Honestly, it would be okay if we only sold 100. Like 50 would be fine too, but 75 would be better.
Yeah.
If we can do 75 a show, it's 2 shows, 6:30 and 9 o'clock. If we can do 75 a show, 75 people a show, not $75.
Yeah, and it's on August 8th, which is a Saturday.
Yeah.
I would like to point out that please buy tickets.
Please buy tickets. There are concessions, so there'll be snacks and stuff.
Yes.
The theater has concessions. But please buy tickets. We are filming our specials. This is to kick off our careers, to be famous people after this.
As a matter of fact, I was chatting with Danny Johnson yesterday. Yeah, we discussed this. He's super thrilled about it. He's very very happy, and he's like, man, I wish I had like a theater setup like that. So somebody who I consider to be a pretty legitimate comedian, pretty successful guy, is kind of jealous of the setup.
Yeah, he had to hire a company to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're doing it on our own. It could be terrible, but we're doing it on our own.
We absolutely are.
Now, I will say I do have some opportunities to dry run the audio setup, so I should have it. I mean, I know what to do,
right?
But I have got a show in Venice. I know we're going to do dates in a minute. Okay. I have a show in Venice, Florida on the 23rd at the Comedy Corner. I'm going to do a dry run there. I'm also going to try to hit up some of the local spots and try to see, like, I'm going to try to do, I haven't done Ink Factory yet. I'd really like to do that.
Oh, Ink Factory is a blast.
Ink Factory and Burlock and Barrel. I'd like to take a weekend and do both shows.
We've got to figure out their in-house
I don't know how
camera.
they're getting. Yeah. At Burlock and Barrel.
Yeah.
Is it good?
What he showed me, like hey, you know, they're showing like the different camera angles and stuff. Like when I first got there, it was before most of the audience was there, and it was just the guy behind the bar who runs the place, and he didn't turn it on because he got so busy. But everything looked phenomenal.
Really?
He's got multiple cameras set up. It seems like good audio, and he was talking about something like he is interested in like miking up people at the bar and having conversations with them and recording it for like some weird side project he has. I say weird. I don't mean it in a bad way. just like, you know, something that's unusual to me.
Yeah.
So it seems like he's got a good setup. I haven't seen it in action yet, but just looking at it, I'm like, oh, this looks like it might turn out to be pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Yeah, when I was there, they did not have that AV setup when I was there.
Yeah,
so.
it was brand new. I think the week that I was there.
Well, I got to reach out. I'd like to try to do both of those shows before we do our special on the 8th.
I've got 2 shows coming up before then. Okay. So if we want to dry run audio, we can do that as well, but not as conducive of spots probably.
I mean, I also want to do it. I also want to set it up at Shantytown just because I want to start recording there.
Right.
But Shantytown's a very different place. It's so small. I'm not gonna get the same experience there as I am somewhere else. I want a bigger venue. I also want a place that I can run the 25 minutes that I'll be doing for the show.
So this is just it's tangential, but I think it fits in. Like right back when like right after the Blue Collar Comedy Tour came out, there was also the Kings of Comedy, the Queens of Comedy. There were like those kind of shows going, and they're kind of big, like on Comedy Central and in those places. Did you ever see the Comedians of Comedy?
Yeah, I love that one.
Yes,
now that's a full documentary.
Full documentary.
Now,
yes.
it was a movie or a series? Did they do it in episodes, or was it just one movie? It was a movie, I think.
I think it was just a movie.
I think it was a movie.
But it's been a long
and it was
long
like
time.
the last one because that's why they called it the Comedians of Comedy.
Yeah.
To kind of be a spoof on all the others.
The
original Kings of Comedy and the original Queens of Comedy and stuff like that.
So I bring that up because I think that recording sets and shows for a couple weeks at Shantytown could almost become something
absolutely.
like that.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of my vision for that place. The shows have gotten so good there that I just almost every week I'm like, I wish I would have set something up and started recording. So I really, that's my plan for Shanty right now. I'm pretty busy trying to get the special off the ground and fixing my air conditioning. But I do, that is my plan. Eventually I want to set up a good recording set there. Because it's just, we had a packed house this week, and it wasn't even steak sandwich week.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a holiday week too, and a lot of times holiday weeks are slow. But it's I don't know. It's such a cool spot, and we have such a good crowd there. Watch as soon as I start setting up the recording, it's like people are gonna stop coming or something.
Yeah,
you're gonna curse the show.
You'll have people be like, no, you can't use my image and or likeness.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, man, you're at a place called Shantytown.
Yeah.
You think it matters?
But yeah, I really want to do that. I really want to get that going. I really want to have a place where comics can record really good sets or really bad sets, and have a good time and have it look good. I want to have professional looking material to use. Anyway, there was one other thing I was going to say. I don't remember, but. Our topic this week.
Oh, this is a big one.
This is a big one.
This might actually be a first for us.
What do you mean?
Usually, and I'm.
Oh, usually they're not real holidays. Is what you're saying.
They're real holidays. I mean, but they're usually not as celebrated.
They're usually not. This is the. Let's see. I'm trying to think if we've ever done anything. We didn't do Halloween. We did like a Halloween themed one, but it was like, well, we did Frankenstein Friday, I think. And we did Black Friday. That was the closest to like a highly celebrated one. Yeah, I don't think we've ever done an actual hugely celebrated one.
Right. Yeah, a popular holiday.
Yeah, a popular holiday. But today is Maryland State Day.
Yes, it is. We're celebrating the state of Maryland.
Now why did they do that? Why did they become a state on the 4th of July? That seems ridiculous. Like they had to do that. They had to pull.
Well, like if your state is known as the Terrapin State, I think you need to seek glory elsewhere.
Anyway, today is the 4th of July. It is Independence Day. It is America 250.
America 250.
America 250. 250 years. Sesqua bicentennial.
And it sounds like Sasquatch is going to show up.
The Sasquatch bicentennial is here. The Sasquatch has been around for 200 years. 250 years this country's been around.
It's
250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Yes.
On July 4th, 1776.
Yes. And really the vote to become independent happened on July 2nd.
Yeah.
And then they had to write it out, and then they signed it on the 4th.
But we celebrate the legal aspect of this.
It's like the signing of the divorce papers.
Yes. We celebrate. It was because we divorced ourselves from the United Kingdom. You know, I was actually reading that is one of the most celebrated days in the world that other countries have in common is Independence Day. So now I'm not talking about in our Independence Day, July 4th. I just mean that so many countries have their own Independence Day. But like their independence from whoever their colonizers were, like that is a very celebrated day among the worldwide,
right?
All around the world. So take that, England. One of the most celebrated holidays is the day that everybody got rid of you guys.
Yeah, that's that. Thinking about it like that, kind of makes me feel bad for England.
I don't. It is now. What's ironic is I did go to England this year. So the year our country turns 250 years old, I did go to England to rub it in their faces. Yeah. And I will say they don't really care. They're like, if you try to rub it in their faces, they're like, we didn't even know. We forgot you guys were around actually.
Yeah. And then they thank us for all the things that we've done to support them since then.
Yes. Yes. You're welcome for not You're welcome for not speaking German right now, England.
Exactly.
By the way.
Or French. Yeah. I don't know if that would have been or Spanish. Because I'm not good at Spanish, so that would make me feel.
Or Japanese.
Yes. Or Moroccan.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing? That's a separate language? They don't just speak French in Morocco? Or Arabic?
I think they speak Moroccan.
It's a separate language?
I've got no idea. I'm completely clueless on most like you ask me like what this country speaks in pretty much right outside of the central like America, Canada, Mexico, and the major parts of Western Europe. I don't know.
I'll tell you what they speak in. I tell you what they speak in Tunisia.
Tunisian.
Arabic. I did not know that until I went to Tunisia. I did not know Tunisia was an Arabic was a Muslim country until I went there.
I would have assumed that they were.
I thought French or Spanish. I thought it was like going to be a French or Spanish colony or something like that. But it's not.
If you asked me where Tunisia was, I would have probably said somewhere in Asia.
It's in Africa.
Yep, I would have been wrong.
It's in Africa, and it's on the Mediterranean. And I thought it was one of those places in Africa that like they speak French or something. Like Morocco.
Or Sierra Leone.
Right? Morocco's in Africa, right?
Morocco, yeah, it's the top part of Africa.
I think they speak French there.
I'm sure somebody does, but I don't know if that's their official language.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like the French Foreign Legion has, and the French influence.
The French Foreign Legion is a pretty crazy thing. You know anything about that?
I know that it is.
They're like Navy SEALs, and you can be from any country and join the French Foreign Legion.
I actually saw a YouTube video about it the other day where somebody described it as kind of like being in prison, but they give you guns.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's rough, and they send you. I mean, yeah, they're basically like special forces or Navy SEAls. But yeah, you can be from any country and join the French Foreign Legion.
Which makes it sound romantic in the fact that anyone can escape to get there, but then you realize you've got to actually do stuff.
Yeah, and then once you join, it's like almost it's kind of cultish a little bit. I mean, that's the idea. Like you're part of this organization now, and you have a responsibility being part of the French Foreign Legion. Anyway, it's pretty enough about another country. America.
Well, the French.
The French did help us out a lot.
They helped us out.
I will say Hercules Mulligan. No, that's not who I'm thinking of. Lafayette. Hercules Mulligan was awesome too.
Yes,
but Lafayette. Big part of the American Revolution.
And his favorite, the reason he wanted to help America so much was because he just wanted to kill English people.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? So we'll gladly accept you.
You guys put beans on toast, you must die.
Yeah,
that I'm pretty sure that was his entire rationale.
My wife and I watched. Did you ever hear of the show Outlander?
I've heard.
It's also a series of books.
Outlander, yes. I've never watched.
Basically, this woman goes back in time to Scotland, and then and she gets stuck back in time. She goes like a couple hundred years back in time. She's from the 40s.
Okay.
So she serves in World War II as a field nurse.
Okay.
And as a combat nurse, and then she, after the war, is on vacation in Scotland, and then accidentally goes back in time.
Accidentally. I mean, she didn't plan on it.
And she gets stuck back in time, and then she comes like there's some things. A lot of stuff happens. It's very good. A lot of Scottish history in it. Very, very makes you want to go visit Scotland. Very, very good show. Then, but in the later seasons, it brings it right up to the American Revolution. And because they end up moving to America, they end up moving to the colonies.
So she starts off in the 1940s, and she goes back in time to somewhere in Scotland. What it sounds like she's going back to like this.
She goes to basically like the 1740s. Like she goes back to
okay.
That's probably about right. It's probably like 200 years.
Okay.
So she goes back to like the 1740s because there's still like maybe 30 years or so until the American Revolution.
Gotcha.
And but she's in Scotland, and then she ends up going to the colonies, and then it covers a long span of time, and then eventually they end up being part of the American Revolution. Like that's part of their story arc.
Right. Okay.
But she's a field nurse, and she knows all this medical stuff, all this current medical stuff, and she ends up like saving a lot of lives and stuff like that because of it.
So she's like, hey, this guy, he's got a battle injury. Let's not cover it with feces.
Right.
Let's actually sanitize him.
Let's sanitize it. Let's get some alcohol, sanitize this wound. Yeah. I know some herbs we can get that are antibiotic that we can give him. She does a lot of stuff like that and saves some lives that way. One funny thing I always thought though was like there was a time where whenever somebody would bring up like magic or something, because the Scottish people, she was in the Scottish Highlands for a big portion of it.
Okay,
and they're all very superstitious and think about magic and stuff, and then somebody would bring up something magical, and then she'd like roll her eyes at it. I'm like, you went back in time. Like, what are you what are you rolling your eyes if they think a goblin lives in the woods over there? Like, what do you think? That's way out of the possibility. You just went back 200 years in time. I think you can give them a break a little bit.
So I've got to ask this, and I understand if you can't answer because it might be a plot point. Do we ever find out how she traveled back in time?
It is kind of just magic.
Okay.
But there is a system to it, and she figures it out, and there is a system to it.
Okay.
And I think it's pretty well known that she travels back to the future.
Okay.
She goes back to her current time for a while, and then goes back in time again. So there's traveling back and forth a little bit.
So there's traveling back and forth in time. She's in at least a large portion of this happens in Scotland. Does her last name happen to be McFly?
No.
Okay.
But that would have been awesome. I can't believe the author did not think of naming somebody McFly who travels back in time.
Yeah.
I mean,
or at least having a side character.
Yeah, some sort of side character whose name is McFly and ends up traveling back in time.
Yeah, or just being there to set up that plot point.
I mean, it's
for
right there.
Else.
I mean, it's right there.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's it's a good show. It's a good set of it's a good books. My wife read some of the books. It's a good show. What was I talking about? Oh, anyway, there is a lot about the American Revolution in the later seasons. In the last 2 seasons, there's a lot about the American Revolution. So it's been fun to see that and get kind of a refresher on some of the stuff that I forgot about. For instance, like you forget how long it was, how many years it took for the American Revolution to actually, to work and everything.
And the thing is, like they were making big decisions and doing things, but if you make a big decision in Philadelphia, then it's a month before somebody in Boston knows.
I remember this. There was this one point where they're like, all right, well, we're going to go home, and because somebody died and in battle, and he was a big deal in Scotland, and they're like, okay, they had to get permission from the commanding officer to take the body home to Scotland. Like, all right, can we take the body home to Scotland? He gave him permission, so it's like, all right, see ya in like a year. Like,
right.
Like, we're gonna go take the body home and come right back. And so they had to they had to sail across the ocean to Scotland.
Yeah, that puts so much into perspective, just time wise.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and messages and like communicating amongst between the armies and stuff like that. A lot of it's crazy to think about all of that that went down, all the planning they had to do, and then they just were fighting in fields, like they were just like lining up and shooting each other.
Yeah,
in fields.
That's the part I.
And then and now it is. Guns aren't. This is before the Industrial Revolution, so there's not like revolvers and stuff like that yet. So they're musket loading and stuff like it's all. So there's a lot of swords and stuff still.
Sure.
But everybody's got at best you've got a musket and 2 pistols. At best, you've got 3 shots before you got to reload.
Right, and something sharp to go stabby with. Yeah.
So it's very interesting. I love stuff about the Revolution. I love I love the style of the colonial. Like I want like the colonial coats and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, it's cool.
Tucker Lenora does not.
She does
Just
not.
so you know, she hates colonial style
Whoa.
and muskets for some reason. Visually.
I couldn't tell. Like I'm not a huge fan of like tri-point hats. But
I don't know why, but she has a bad reaction. She doesn't mind like reading a book about it, but like if she doesn't like movies about it.
Oh,
Patriot was a good movie though.
Patriot was a very good movie. Like one of my favorite things about the Revolution was just one being there. It was wonderful. Just being an observer.
Yeah,
I wish. But I just the collection of intelligence, people sitting back and coming together and like, hey, we're gonna think this out and actually come up with some ideas and compromise and like put all these things that we've learned and thought about over many years on paper and kind of figure this out. Like, and mistakes were made and have been made since then. But
I brought a prop.
Oh yeah, that might fit into that thing I was just saying about mistakes being made.
Yeah. A lot of intelligent people had to have long debates to get this country going.
Yeah.
And a lot of, there's also a show I used to watch, a very good show called Turn, Washington Spies.
I know of it. I never watched it, but I was super intrigued by it.
It's a very good show, and you learn a lot about how Washington was able to do what he did, and he did use spies. Like he used people. You know, there were people that were part. I mean, there were people that joined the British Army just to be a spy, like and that kind of stuff, or they would fake to defect into one of the armies to be a spy. And of course, we have the famous Benedict Arnold, who was the defector to the British from us. But the only thing about that show my only complaint is they took some fictional liberties that I wasn't happy with, like. One of the guys that kind of becomes because it is a personal story about a specific guy,
right,
working for Washington, becoming a spy for Washington, and there's this one, I want to say captain, or he's an officer, he's a British officer, and I don't remember his name, but he was not a good dude in the show, and like he was kind of a villain to this main character and to the love interest of this main character, and all it's very not great, and he and a lot of back, and then there was a point where you thought that he was dead, and then turns out real dude, and they made up all that stuff about him being a bad person for the show, and I felt bad for whoever is his descendants, because he actually was a good dude and was like one of the first like governors of Canada, and was a huge part of like slave abolitionism and stuff. And,
right.
He basically helped pave the way for Canada to not be a slave country. And like he formed a battalion for the British Army of like runaway slaves, like that he took and gave them, like he was able to fight and get them their freedom so that he could have, like he had them in their army and they earned their freedom and stuff like that. Like he was big on equal rights and stuff like that. So I felt bad that they made him into this weird villain, but turns out he was actually kind of a good guy. Right.
It was so in that same vein, it's not an American thing, but the movie The Imitation Game. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, Imitation Game. They did that with him kind of too.
So Turing, which is the Benedict Cumberbatch character, real
kind
guy.
of the father of artificial intelligence.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
like a lot of what we have on robotics and computers and everything kind of started with him.
People still reference the Turing test as far as
I've come up my own Turing test actually.
Oh, what is that?
It is if they're an attractive female and they follow me on Instagram.
Ooh.
they are a robot.
Yes, yes, and unless it's like a friend's wife.
Yeah, right.
Because then it might make sense.
Then they are a robot, especially if they message me right after they follow me.
Exactly. Yes. But the general that is in that movie is kind of depicted as like a jerk and like
right.
very against it. Apparently, he was like Turing's like biggest champion.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And I read that later too. After seeing the movie, I read that later, and he actually was well liked. Like
yes.
people, he probably was autistic. Like they kind of depicted that, and it kind of was.
Turing, by the way,
probably was autistic, but he was actually, and in the movie they make him like everybody hated him because he was smarter than everybody and kind of like kind of not rubbed it in their faces, but would like always point out their mistakes, and so they didn't like kind of like Sheldon in in Big Bang Theory, but. Turns out in real life they all actually liked him. Like he's a well-liked guy.
Yeah, it like it was probably just a comment like, yeah, he's a little bit difficult, but as soon as you like talk to him a little bit, you're fine.
And there was a big I don't know. I don't know why they changed that for the movie.
I think they felt that they needed to add drama.
To add drama to it, I guess.
Where they could have
I guess.
And this is a tough thing to say, where I think had they just made different creative choices, the drama was already there.
Yeah, they could have had some. Yeah. Anyway, it was still a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
That's one of my favorite movies.
I really enjoyed them coming up and figuring everything out. It was very good.
I'm a big Benedict Cumberbatch fan. So
yeah, which by the way, is that a real name? Like that feels like that feels like he's wagging his finger at us. Like that feels like a name that he made up to sound un-American. Like he's like Benedict Cumberbatch. Like that's one of those names that it's like you better have a British accent or there's no reason for you to exist.
A British accent or one of the really African accents that like hey, like English is my second language, but I've learned it, and it just sounds really cool. That talking about movies, and we're back to America. And I want to stress this movie is not family friendly, so kids do not watch it. It's on Netflix. It's called America the Motion Picture. It's an animated movie. And it is hilarious.
Really? I haven't seen this.
It is absolutely hilarious. It's got an impressive voice cast, and it completely mixes up all of the people in American history, and it tells the absolute wrong story about American independence. But if you know history, it's hilarious. If you're really dumb and don't know history, you probably think it's kind of cool. Because of some of the action and stuff, but yeah, it's absolutely hysterical. I think it works because it feels like it was written by a smart person to be dumb humor.
Yeah. All right, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
America the movie.
America the movie, or America
the movie.
The motion picture.
America the Motion Picture.
Yeah. It just to let you know, it starts off with George Washington and Abraham Lincoln as best friends.
Oh, that was What'd you? Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah. Well, they didn't like each other in real life. They were political rivals, obviously.
Yeah, because of the beard.
Yeah.
By the way, what's with the? Why is that always the story? The cherry tree story. Why is that even a thing? Like that was always something we were told. Like George Washington is so honest that he once chopped down a cherry tree and didn't lie about it. And it's like, why is that a story? That's not a story.
It to me, it feels like we didn't know enough about this guy. And somebody like, hey, like let me just start talking and making up stuff so I can tell kids.
Which I guess it's just such a. I don't know why that was always the thing we knew about Washington when we were kids. It doesn't make it like why? Who cares? It is at best neutral information. At worst, useless information that is now in our heads that we don't need it. It just taking up space in our heads.
And I know that there's I forget who did it, but there is a good stand-up set that has this in it. I find it to be terrifying information because it's like, hey, I'm going to go willingly chop down my dad's favorite tree. And then
we're not even talking about that.
Yeah, and then it's like, hey, guess what?
Guess what, Dad? I chopped down your tree. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
That's the story.
Yeah.
That's the story. Also, by the way, I don't know what that was supposed to prove. He was so honest. That was supposed to make him look good, by the way, that story. And then what, like, so now because of that story, we can trust him, and he was always honest as a leader, which is not true, by the way. He specifically had spies during the American Revolution.
Maybe it was told so the British people would know, hey, his dad upset him.
I bet it was propaganda.
And he destroyed the one thing he loved.
Yeah, right. It's like his dad was not very nice to him, and what did he do? He destroyed his favorite tree. Yeah. So you watch out.
Yeah, and that's why cherry pie is such a popular thing. Because his George Washington's dad can't have it anymore.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And we all know, we all spend a day mourning the loss of George Washington's dad's favorite pie.
Yeah.
She's my cherry pie.
Oh, yeah.
Got a smile on her face 10 miles wide.
Looks so good.
Make a grown man cry.
Sweet cherry pie.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a dumb story. Yeah, I don't know why the cherry tree. Why it's so stupid.
Did you ever hear one about him throwing a rock across the river?
I don't remember. I don't know. That's the one.
So there's,
was it his dad's favorite rock?
that would fit in, but it was like he was so physically impressive as a youth. He could throw a rock across the this river that would be impossible for like somebody to throw a rock across. It's like, oh yeah, like he's like, now it is true. Like he was a
physically imposing person. Yes. He was a large man
with just a mouthful of weird,
of other people's teeth.
And other animals' teeth.
And animals, yep.
Yeah. There were horse teeth and yeah, that's not good for that. That's just got to be a creepy thing to see.
Why did we have why did it take us teeth? We always had trouble with teeth up until recently.
Yeah.
Why did we evolve that way?
I don't think that.
Is it the food we eat? We're not supposed to be eating the food we eat.
We're not supposed to be eating such high sugar content food, and most people didn't live as long historically.
Yeah, maybe.
We've really, like, I just saw a video with Mel Brooks the other day. And
100. Mel Brooks is 100.
100, amazing. But he smiled, and oh my, his teeth. Oh, he's got 100-year-old teeth.
Yeah.
You can tell he's got his teeth, and they look to be 100-year-old teeth.
Yeah, can you imagine 100 years? Can you imagine anything? Just focus on one thing about your body, and then have it be 100 years old. That sounds insane. Like 100-year-old nose. Like 100-year-old sinuses, 100-year-old eyes, 100-year-old foot, 100-year-old heart. Like, how is that stuff even still working after 100 years?
Mel Brooks is 100 years old, and America was already 150 when he was born.
Yeah, America. He was born the year of the sesquicentennial.
Yeah,
and now it is the sesquibicentennial.
Yes.
Mel Brooks.
American icon.
Mel Brooks.
Yes.
He
signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
I don't know if most people know that.
Don't know that.
Yeah.
He signed the Declaration of Independence and was best friends with Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
And George Washington. Actually, he was what connected them.
Absolutely.
They were rivals, but they both enjoyed Mel Brooks.
Yes. I believe they are both quoted as saying that Spaceballs is the best space movie they've ever seen.
Yes. Yeah. They really loved the portrayal of Hitler and the producers.
Yes. To be fair, Lincoln wasn't crazy about it until Mel Brooks said, "Hey, you've got to make people laugh at this guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And we all know Lincoln was a fan of the theater too.
Yes. He liked live performances probably a little too much.
Yeah. What is your favorite thing to do on the 4th of July? What's your staple thing where you're like, this has to happen every 4th of July, or it's not 4th of July to me? For me, it's working AC.
So this has changed over the course of my life. So when I was growing up, my family, my mother's side of the family, always had a family reunion on the 4th of July.
You know what? I think we did that for a while too when I was a kid. Yeah, I think that's a common 4th of July thing.
So it is common, especially where my parents grew up, because most people worked in factories and mills in that
and
area.
You need the holiday to center around. Yeah,
and 4th of July and Christmas were the 2 days that you knew you were going to have off.
Right.
So everyone always got together, and then it just became a tradition. We always got together on the 4th of July, and it was kind of cool, except when I grew up, I grew up like 3.5, 4 hours away from where my parents grew up. So every year on the 4th of July, we'd have to drive down there, and I'd hang out with cousins that I did not know very well. And I'm an only child, so I was like, hey, I see you guys twice a year. I don't know you that well. It's kind of cool, but I'm like, once I was like 10, 11 years old, I'm like, I think I'd rather stay home and play with my friends, kind of stuff. So I now, as I'm older, we've kind of switched up. So we're having that every couple years, and it's around the 4th of July. It's never on the 4th of July anymore. I enjoy the family reunion stuff. It's fine. Now, my big thing is as much as I like fireworks, I like having a cookout at my house. So I invite family over. My brother-in-law's in town this year, so I get to host people. We've got a swimming pool in the back, and I get to watch rednecks light off fireworks.
I forgot you have a swimming pool. That's a good 4th of July thing to have.
Yeah,
swimming pools are great for the 4th of July,
and I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah,
so I'm here all day. That's my favorite
honestly
thing.
Yeah, cookouts are great for the 4th. I mean, I don't think I've had a 4th of July without a cookout. It would be weird if people were like, let's have sushi today. Like, that's just not... I don't even know why. I guess it's because it's a summertime thing. The hottest day of the year, we want to be outside cooking on a hot grill for some reason.
Oh, I'm doing ribs.
Ribs are good, yeah.
Put them out there, and I come back inside to the air.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. We'll have
why we always want to cook outside on the 4th of July. We did not. We're probably going to my in-laws, and we did not. They do not have a pool.
Okay.
Maybe I need to talk them into going to my brother-in-law's house instead. The only member of the family with a pool is my brother-in-law, my wife's oldest brother.
Okay.
He's got a pool.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we should talk him into hosting this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I think we're doing kebabs this year, though.
Ooh, I like kebabs.
Kebabs on the grill.
So I'm doing ribs. I'm doing chicken because my wife doesn't really eat red meat. I'm gonna have some burgers and dogs just because. I mean, it's gonna be an all day thing.
Yeah.
And
gotta have something.
And then I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of other like side dish kind of stuff. But I'm super into the meat.
You know what's crazy is I'm a hot dog fan, but hot dogs, like, I'm not just a hot dog fan. I like a good hot dog. This is weird to say. Like, I feel like hot dogs should not take the focus of... I don't know why. Okay, like, it seems like a food that you don't think about. It's like, it's a hot dog. Who cares? But not every hot dog is good.
True.
There are good hot dogs and there are bad hot dogs, and I like a good hot dog. I'm a real good big fan of a good hot dog, and honestly, honestly, you probably wouldn't even call them hot dogs. Like, the more sausagey it is, the better it is.
Oh yeah, it's good
You know,
stuff.
if I don't know, first of all, I prefer all beef hot dogs.
I do as well. Very much so.
I prefer all beef. I don't mind. I don't mind if it's very sausagey. I don't mind. Like an Italian sausage is pork.
Right.
Right. Right. That's pork. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pork and beef probably together.
Most Italian are
Yeah.
mixed. Yeah.
So a good Italian sausage, a good hot Italian sausage. I don't like the mild. The mild doesn't have enough flavor. A hot or a sweet Italian sausage is good for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, a good hot dog, a good all beef hot dog.
So I'm a big fan of like regional hot dogs, like Chicago style hot dog.
Chicago style hot dogs are good.
And as much as I hate to say it's the fixins, it's the fixins on it that it just makes it so good, man.
In fact, I've considered, so I actually really like Costco hot dogs.
Okay.
And you know, it is kind of funny that they even call them hot dogs because they're giant. They're they're this big and they're only $1.50 with a drink. Greatest deal in America.
Yes.
Great lunchtime. But they don't have like fixins. You know what I mean? Like, part of me wants to like bring my own stuff every time I go to Costco to put on there.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like they just have ketchup, mustard, and relish, and they might have onions.
Yeah, I think they do have.
But I'm not a big onions guy. I don't like raw onions.
I love raw onions.
I like grilled onions, which is also good on a hot dog.
Yes. Yep.
I tell you what, best hot dog I ever had was in Key West.
Okay.
And they called it the Key West hot dog, like the whatever the toppings they put on it. They called it the Key West hot dog.
Right.
And it was so good. And I don't even remember what was on it, but I know there were grilled onions. Grilled onions are so good on a hot dog. You know, I love a good hot mustard, some grilled onions, all that kind of stuff. Very good. I'm starving.
I went to the college in Pennsylvania near a small little town there called Newcastle, and Newcastle is known for it's out there. You can look it up online. Newcastle chili, which is put on hot dogs. It's very Coney-esque. Like it's got its own unique blend. You wouldn't really notice like, it's just a different kind of Coney sauce. But it's fantastic. And so I all through college, like, hey, we're gonna go down to this guy's parents' house, something like that. Like, great, let's stop and have some hot dogs, or yappers as they were called locally.
I do like a good chili dog.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do really like a good chili dog. Which actually Coney sauce, I think, doesn't have meat in it.
It does.
What am I thinking of?
It doesn't have beans.
It doesn't have beans. It's only meat.
Yep.
Coney sauce is only meat.
Only meat.
But chili is meat and beans together.
So that's debatable.
That's debatable whether that is
like Texas style chili. You're not supposed to have beans in it. Beans started being added in to supplement protein when people couldn't afford as much meat. But the chili purists insist that it should not have beans. It should just be cooked chilies and meat.
That's fine, but I prefer it with beans. If I'm eating chili, now if I'm putting it on something, that's different. But if I'm eating chili, a bowl of chili, it's got to have beans in it for me.
I love beans.
A bowl of meat? That sounds weird. Like eating a bowl of meat.
I've done it.
Now, if I'm putting it on a hot dog or I'm putting it on fries, meat's fine.
Right. Yep.
But if I'm eating a bowl of it, just meat, that seems weird.
So here's
some
the thing.
Fiber.
I love beans. My wife tells me I eat them way too much. But I just pure Texas style chili is one of my favorite things.
Really?
Yeah, it's
just meat, huh?
It's meat in.
Are there at least chunks of tomatoes in it?
No, it's just meat and chili.
Really?
Just cooked chilies. Yes.
Meat and cooked chilies. So
Yep.
it doesn't really have a sauce quality to it. Or does it?
It has a sauce quality to it.
Oh, so there's no tomatoes in it either?
Nope.
Oh.
It's really good. Now, I wouldn't want to live off of it, but it's really tasty for what it is. Now, what I consider like Midwestern style chili with beans, like a generic version would be like Wendy's style chili. Yeah, it's good. It's great, but it's not not the purest
Chili cheese fries.
Oh yeah,
One of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
I
so
love
good.
chili cheese fries. I love chili cheese, but it can't be cheddar cheese. It's got to be like nacho cheese. Cheddar cheese is good, and I put that on my chili. When I make chili, when I make a bowl of chili, I have a system. I put sour cream and shredded cheddar cheese on my chili, and then if I have it, cornbread too. But when I'm making chili cheese fries, in my opinion, it's got to be nacho cheese, good nacho cheese, not just like 7-Eleven nacho cheese, like some good quality nacho cheese or queso. Queso would be good on it too.
Yeah,
but you don't agree?
I'd prefer like good cheddar or Monterey Jack on there.
To me, I gotta have. I don't know why, but on fries, it's got to be a liquid cheese.
Yeah, I usually stay away from the liquid cheese. I don't like it as much. I think it partially because it soaks into the fries a little bit too quickly for me.
Well, that's why the cheese goes on top of the chili.
Yeah,
it protects the fries a little bit, and you got to eat them fast still.
Yeah.
And it depends on the fries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Certain fries are going to soak up faster than others.
Yep.
Quick cut fries, if you can get them real crispy, they can usually stave off the soaking up.
I'm very fry picky now, so I avoid most fries.
What do you think of Checkers fries? I think we've talked about this.
Yeah, those
fries are
those
great.
are really
they don't need
really
chili.
Good. No,
they're seasoned well.
Yeah, that's a waste of
chili. Yeah,
yeah. It's as much as I enjoy mixing flavors.
Yeah, they have enough flavor. They're good. You don't need to put anything on Checkers fries. No. You don't need to dip them in anything. You don't need to. They are perfect the way they are. Yeah, I love Checkers fries.
They're
Is there a Checkers around here? I have not eaten today. In case I had a salad today. That's all I've had today. A spinach salad with watermelon and feta.
Ooh,
and nuts. It was very delicious.
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
That was hours ago.
What I had today. I had a protein shake and I had some overnight oats, which is sad.
You don't like overnight oats?
I love them, but
I like them.
But
I like overnight oats.
They're very tasty, and I need it for the fiber.
Yeah, right.
But
wait.
Is
it time?
It could be time.
Is it time for? No, that's not the one I was looking for. Is it time for? Butt Watch 2026.
Butt Watch 2026. We've had a rough couple weeks with some flare-ups or flare-downs, if you will. But the fiber has been increased yet again.
All right.
Yeah.
That was Butt Watch 2026. All right, we probably should wrap it up. You got to get going.
Yeah,
soon.
I've got to take the son to go run and play soccer.
So, July 23rd, come see me in Venice, Florida, at the Comedy Corner. Please, if you're in the Venice area or the Sarasota, is that what's over there? Sarasota area. Wait, where's Sarasota?
Sarasota is just south of Tampa.
Yeah. So Sarasota area, Venice area, come check me out at the Comedy Corner on July 23rd.
Please do.
Also, cheesesteak night at Shantytown is coming up Monday.
On July 6th.
Monday, July 6th. What do you got coming up?
I am going to be at Veterans United with Johnny Mack on July 11th, so a week after Independence Day. We're going to be at a Veterans United brewery, which is fantastic. And then we're going to continue the America 250 celebration on July 12th at Kickers Country Bar, doing a show there.
All right, July 12th, Kickers Country Bar. August 8th, please buy tickets. It gets me very emotional.
Yeah, apparently.
please buy tickets. August 8th, please buy tickets. 6:30, 9 p.m. Great shows. Very good time. Thank you for your support. Today is America's 250th birthday. 250 years. 250 years. Going strong. Today is whatever we say it is, and you're here for it. I'm Joey Nickel.
I'm Bobby Parker.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Today is whatever they say it is, and we're here for it.